Hey, Chris. I wanted to start with the Buchnevich trade. I understand the financial reasons with him being up for a new contract and all that, but I also know you've talked about wanting to take a step forward next season. So, given the important role that he played for you guys, do you feel that this deal makes you guys a better team, or is it more about providing flexibility to make other moves?
Yeah, I just think, as you alluded to, there's only so much cap space to go around. There's only so much ice time to go around. I feel pretty good, very good with our depth at winger, with some recent, obviously, early draft picks we've had, with some other veterans we've signed. So, that was basically it.
Next question comes from Colin Stevenson with Newsday. Colin, go ahead.
Chris, can you just tell us a little bit about the player you did draft, Brennan? Just what did you see in him, and what do you like about him, and what makes him the pick?
Yeah, excited to get him where we did. We had kind of narrowed it down to 3 or 4 players at that pick, and you're crossing your fingers as it goes on, and we're excited he was there. I think our scouts kind of described him as a Swiss Army knife kind of player. Can play both wings, can play up and down the lineup. Has some edge to his game, has a big time shot. Understands how to play a 200-foot game, and we're excited to bring him into the mix.
Next question comes from Molly Walker with the New York Post. Molly, go ahead.
Chris, how close were you if you were to trading that first round pick?
Yeah, we talked to a lot of different teams, a lot of different possibilities, but I would say it was not that close. Again, as we talked about earlier in the week, we're always looking to improve the team, and if we could have done something, with that pick to do so, we would have. But at the end of the day, we're happy we got it. Happy we kept it and got the player we did.
Next question comes from Dan Rosen with NHL.com. Dan, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, how do you see Sammy play fitting into your lineup?
Yeah, I think as you could see over some of the moves we made, we're trying to reshape and get a little different look on our bottom 6. I think he brings a lot of size, a good physical edge. I think he's got some offensive upside. In the minutes he's played in the past, he's had good production. And like Barkley is another guy that walks in our room with having a ton of playoff experience, and also has a Stanley Cup ring.
Next question comes from Rick Carpinello with The Athletic. Carpy, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, you start the day with the buyout process, and then you trade a very popular player, and then you run your first draft. What is today like for you?
Yeah, it's been a busy day, a busy week for everyone. A lot of our scouts are in, a lot of staff's been, here at the training center working late hours, and, it's been exciting, but, as you know, Carpy, very busy. A lot of balls in the air.
Next question comes from Vince Mercogliano. Vince, go ahead.
Chris, you've talked about wanting more clearly defined roles for the players. Has that been part of the motivation behind some of these initial moves that we've seen?
Yeah, I think it exactly has. We did talk about that back in Boston at that first press conference. You go back to the bubble, you go back to some games last season, and I think we're trying to reshape it. And as we talked about, when guys go over the boards, they know exactly what their role is and what's expected of them. And I think we're on our way to do that.
Next question comes from Molly Walker. Molly, go ahead.
Chris, looking at what you've done already this offseason and the product you have now, what do you think of it, and do you anticipate more moves? Is it finished yet?
Yeah, I don't know if it's ever really finished. We're always, looking to get better, as I've said earlier in this week as well. And every day we're making calls, looking at different things, talking to different people, and if we could do something to get better, we will.
And final question goes to Vince Mercogliano. Vince, go ahead.
Well, one more on Buchnevich, Chris. Why did this feel like the right time to do this when, given the cap space you guys have, at least going into next season, and the possibility of a one-year deal, whether through arbitration or whatever, what made this feel like the right time to do it?
Yeah, again, I think it just gives us some flexibility moving forward a little bit, for the rest of this offseason. As I said, there's only so much to go around, whether it's this year or next year, and certainly ice time is a factor. So, that's part of what went into it.